Welcome to this yoga reset. This is a wonderful practice for in between tasks if you just need a little break, or if you've had a lot going on and you feel like you need to reset before going on into the rest of your day. You don't need any props for this practice, but as always, grab a blanket and blocks if you have them in case you need them. We're going to start this practice lying down in Savasana, a true reset. So come down to your back, please, feet at the front of your mat and head at the back. Lie all the way back. If lying flat in Savasana doesn't feel good for your low back, you can keep your knees bent. Or if you feel okay with it, stretch your legs all the way out. Give your shoulders and hips a little shuffle. And close your eyes for a moment. Rest your hands onto your belly. Let's just take 3 deep breaths here. In through your nose. Fill up your belly, fill up your ribs and your chest. Pause for a moment. And slowly exhale. Relax your shoulders. Take your time. Follow up with another deep breath in. Into your belly. Expand the front, the sides of your body, into the back of your body, the ribs, the chest. Pause. And exhale. Just one more of those. Like I said, take your time. Fill up slowly. At the top, just take a moment and let it all go. Feel your whole body relax. So let's take a morning leg stretch. Reach your arms up over the top of your head. Reach out through your toes. Take a deep breath in. And as you exhale, bring your right knee in towards you. Hold that shin if you can, drawing it in close. If your knee is tight, you could hold your thigh instead. Give the knee a good squeeze in towards you. And stretch out your arms, stretch out your legs. Morning leg stretch again. Fill up with breath. Exhale, bring the left knee in and hold onto the shin. Pull it in close. Inhale, stretch your arms out. And pull the right knee in again. Just linger in that pause at the end of a breath as you squeeze the leg close to you. Inhale, stretch it out. And exhale, bring the left one in, same thing. Just pulling in close, relaxing your low back towards the ground and pausing at the end of your exhale. And stretch it out. Now both knees can come in towards you. Rock across your low back a time or two. Extend the arms into a cactus or goalpost shape. So there's a 90-degree bend in both elbows. If this doesn't feel good, if your hands don't rest on the floor, when you do this, you can stretch your arms out straight. On your next exhale, let the knees drift over to the right for a twist. Inhale and back up towards the middle. And over to the left. And they might reach the ground or they might hover. Either way is fine. You're just rolling onto the outside of that left hip. Come on, back up to center, over to the right again. Back up to the middle. And over to the left. And back to center. Hug your knees in close. One more deep breath, just as you are. And full exhale. Let something go. The shoulders, the tension from your neck, tension from your hips, a thought, a belief. Let's rock up and down. Come all the way to sitting. And this next sequence you can do sitting comfortably cross-legged, or you can come all the way over and into a kneeling position for toe stretch. So if you'd like to take toe stretch, tuck all 10 toes under and sit back on your heels. Like I say, if this doesn't feel really good for your knees, if you feel a lot of tension in your quads, your knees, or anywhere else, you can always do these poses sitting down. We're going to clasp our hands in front of us and press the palms forwards. Protect the shoulders so you separate them. Tuck your chin down. And let's get a little bit of a stretch into your upper back and neck. And then lift up your chin, lift up your hands. Press the palms forwards and up, or maybe all the way up. Elevate your shoulder blades. And if possible, pull the little fingers back a little bit. Just getting a bit of an upper back stretch here. You can also counter this with a slight pull in of your front ribs to make it more about the shoulders. One more deep breath. And if your toes are starting to talk to you in toe stretch, that's okay. You can let it go anytime. Or you could stay with it and just observe. Release your hands to behind you, interlace them now behind your back. Squeeze your shoulder blades together, opening across your front. Just another couple of breaths. Trying to squeeze your palms together if you can. Don't worry if your hands are anchored at your low back, at your bum. But if they can come away a bit and it feels good, feel free to do so. In through the nose. And sweet release. As you exhale, release your hands, release your toes. If you're sitting down, please come up to kneeling. And we'll give the toes a little wiggle. Before stretching all the way up and back into a downward facing dog. So anchor your hands, little fingers as wide as your mat. All 10 toes are tucked under, and lift your hips up. And when you arrive in your down dog, give your legs a little bit of a pedal out. Letting one hip drop and then the other, so you stretch either the outside of the hips or the calf, wherever you feel it. Remember in your down dog to keep your shoulders elevated so you're always pushing the ground away. Now settle into stillness. Lift the tailbone up and back. Soft knees are fine, heels lifted are fine. Just breathe. We'll stretch your right foot up to the ceiling. If this feels a little unstable for you, you could do this on your left knee. You could lower your left knee down. Bend your right knee, open up the right hip, and stretch your knee away from your right hand. Come into a front body stretch all the way up the right side of your body. You're either looking at your left foot or out to the right side of your mat. We'll straighten it up and step your right foot to your right little finger. Come into a lizard. You might start with your knee up for a moment and just move around a little bit. But then when you're ready, lower down to your left knee. And perhaps you stay on your hands, which will target the left hip flexor more, or you can drop down to your forearms. I mentioned at the beginning that if you have blocks, you might like to have them close to you. Your block underneath the forearms is a nice middle point. And just take a bit of a hip stretch here, or wherever you're feeling it. Allowing yourself to breathe deeply. Resetting your energy with your breath. We'll climb up onto the hands. If you were using a block, move it back out of the way. Tuck your left toes and pick the left knee up. That's one at the back. And slide your left shin forwards to the ground and sit down carefully onto the floor. Your right foot's just in front of your left shin now, and you can wrap your left hand around your right knee. Use your right hand behind you and telescope the spine upwards as you twist and look back over your right shoulder. You can put your left elbow around your right knee if you like to, but the hand's okay too. Relax tension from your face. Well, carefully unwind. As you do, stretch your right leg off the mat at an angle and turn your chest to the left. Take your left hand up to the ceiling and reach it in the direction of your right foot. So you're coming into a side body stretch. Don't worry how low you can go. Focus more on keeping the torso gently rotating up towards the ceiling. Really target the waist, the left waist, maybe into the low back a little bit. You can use your right hand or forearm or your elbow inside of your right knee to help you. There's gentle pressure there. So come on out carefully. Slide your right foot back in, somewhere close to where it came from. And use your right foot and your left hand to pick yourself up and step it back towards lizard and back towards downward facing dog. Inhale, shift forwards to a plank pose. You can hold a plank or even a tabletop if you prefer. On your next breath in, you might shift forwards and slowly lower through chaturanga. So elbows relatively close as you lower down halfway, all the way to the floor. Cobra or an upward facing dog if that's in your practice today. Lift in the chest, wide collarbones. And up and back, downward facing dog, please, Yogi. Let's take your left foot up to the ceiling. Big breath in as it lifts high. Exhale, bend your knee. Reach your left knee away from the left hand. So it's up and over the top. Set your eyes on your right foot or just out to the side of your mat. One more deep breath into the left waist, left hip flexors. And as you exhale, square it up and step left foot to your left little finger. If it comes up a little short, wiggle it up there. Walk it up there. You can start by just moving around a bit with your right knee off the ground. And we'll lower it down when you're ready. And find your version of lizard pose, whether that's remaining high or coming down to the forearms. Let's find somewhere that feels really good to stretch for you today. And a couple of deep breaths. And if you were lower down on your forearms, come back up to your hands. We're going to pick up the right knee. Slide your right shin forwards to the mat and sit down carefully. Use your right hand to help soften the descent. Slide your left foot in close to your right shin if it's not there already. Place the right hand to the left knee. Get tall and rotate your torso to the left. You can hook your elbow around the knee if you prefer that. Let's take a lovely twist. Continually coming back to your breath as a source of balance, a source of comfort. Unwind yourself. As you do, stretch your left foot off your mat and tuck your right foot still into the left thigh. Turn to the right so you're facing the right knee and reach your right hand up to the ceiling. Breathe in, get taller, reach higher. As you exhale, side body stretch, right hand in the direction of the left foot. Use your left hand or elbow inside of the left thigh to help keep you rotated with your torso to the ceiling, so it's collarbones towards the ceiling. As you anchor through your right waist, see if you can create some space all the way to the fingertips. And we come up and out. You'll slide your left foot back into where it came from. You're going to use your left foot and your right hand to come up and step back to your lizard and back to your downward facing dog. If yours didn't quite work like that, anyway, back to down dog is good. Hold a down dog, perhaps a child's pose, or if you like, join me for one more vinyasa, shift forwards, plank. Exhale, chaturanga slowly, knees can be up or down. Chest is forwards, elbows over wrists. Pull it through for a cobra, nice smiley wide collarbones, and the shoulders down away from your ears. And downward facing dog. You can walk or step up towards the middle-ish of your mat. Widen your feet and sink down into a yogi squat. So if you find yogi squat difficult, you can either skip, or you could grab a blanket, or you could roll up your mat and place it underneath your heels as we come into just a few moments in yogi squat pose. Hands pressed together. Your elbows are inside of your knees. Feeling tall. And we're going to press through the feet and stand up and stretch up. Palms together, fingers interlace, palms up to the ceiling. Stretch up high. Twist your torso to the right and reach up and back and right through the left heel of the hand. And I'll come back through center. Same thing the other way. Twist your torso to the left, reach up through the hands and back into the left corner behind you. The right heel of the hand reaching up and away there. That's it. Back to center. Release your hands. You have a choice here. You can interlace your hands behind you. I think that's what I was saying. Squeeze your shoulder blades together and fold forwards. Or you can release your hands and fold forwards if a shoulder stretch with hamstring stretch doesn't feel good to you. So start to fold down. If you come into this and realize that the addition of the shoulders just is a little too much, release the hands. You can always have your hands resting on your blocks or on the floor. Just one more deep breath here, Yogi. If your hands are still clasped and away from your bum, bring them down all the way to the floor. So we're still somewhere near the middle of the mat. You start to crouch down onto your tiptoes, all the way down to your bum. And into, just for a moment, Savasana, boat pose. So hold onto your thighs and come to your tiptoes. This is option 1. Option 2, keep your thighs but lift your feet. Next option is if you wish to let go. If you're really feeling it, you could even straighten your legs. We'll hold for 5. And 4. Keep squeezing the chest and the thighs towards one another. 3. You're almost there, yogis. Breathe. 2. And 1. Release your feet down with care. We'll lower ourselves down with care all the way onto the floor once again. Take a deep breath into your belly. Slow breath out. Bring your heels close to your bum, hands by your feet, palms face down. Pick up your hips into bridge pose. Engage to the back of your body, the glutes, the hamstrings, and root down through all four corners of each foot. If you want to go a little bit extra, you can clasp your hands and come up onto the upper arms. Press the little fingers down, the upper arms down into the mat as you keep your hips high. More carefully come back down out of that if you clasped, all the way down to the floor. Draw your knees in towards you. Give them a gentle squeeze. And stretch it out to Savasana. When you're ready, extend your legs. If you want to, you can have them fully flat. You could hook them over a bolster. You could put a blanket under your knees. You could put your legs up the wall. Find a comfortable position. Just a few moments. Letting your practice soak in. Release any residual tension from your legs, especially from the glutes and pelvis. And bring softness to the belly and to the shoulders. Dissolve away any tension from your face. Feel free to stay a little longer in Shavasana if you'd like. And if you're ready to continue on with your day, start to move your hands and your feet. Gently turn your head side to side. You can stretch out like a morning leg stretch, out through your hands, out through your feet. And then hug your knees in, nice and close into a hug. You can roll onto your side. Take a few moments resting there. And come up to a comfortable seat when you're ready. Place your hands together. Feel a sense of gratitude to yourself for coming to your mat. And together, let's breathe in and out. Thank you for joining me. Namaste. To keep up to date with new Paradigm Yoga videos, please remember to subscribe. Thank you.